College football playoffs committee has met and spat out its first rankings. Now, look, these are purely fodder for conversation. It's a PR thing to get people talking about it, which makes sense. Certainly because these games are always played either on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. People are running around. They might not have time to see it. Who knows? But you get it started. You get the conversation. It's a conversation starter. And the number one ranked team, according to the College Football Playoff Committee, is the Ohio State, followed by Georgia, Michigan, then Florida State. Washington is the only current undefeated team on the outside looking in, followed by Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss. The reason why Ohio State is number one, and I totally get it, is they've played some opponents that Georgia and certainly my school has not. Now, one of them is Penn State. My school will do that. The other one is Notre Dame, which refused to keep playing my school. Ran like chickens, as I believe Brady Hoke once said. And listen, if you've got a problem, Del Tufo, with Ohio State being number one, have your school put a friggin' 11th man out there when the game's on the line. That would have been helpful.
Have beaten them.
But the bottom line is Ohio State did beat Notre Dame. And did beat Penn State, and convincingly, and that's why Ohio State is number one. They've played it. If I don't have the numbers in front of me, I would just assume that the toughest schedule. I'm sure Washington fans will push back and say the Pac-12 is far more difficult than the Big Ten, and they'd be correct. But it's just, again, this is all going to eventually come out in the wash. It's just a conversation starter. The thing that leapt out at me. Because I know a lot of my fellow Wolverines are like, well, we're number 3 because of all this sign stealing stuff. Boo Corrigan, which is the name of the gentleman in charge of the college football playoffs, said, quote, of the sign stealing scandal, as it's being referred to right now, we really see it as an NCAA issue and not a CFP issue. Okay. You know what that means to me? Everything I've been telling you about the future of college football. That's an NCAA issue. That's a TP, their problem, not an MP, my problem. Everything I'm telling you is the college football playoffs is, in their mind, a separate entity from the NCAA. And that's exactly what I've been telling you. Like-minded schools are all going to get together on the NIL front. They're going to get together on the transfer portal front. They're going to get together on the scheduling front. And now maybe even let's put kids in helmets that have headsets in them to get rid of this nonsense with sign stealing. Let's all get together because we'll have the money for it. Other schools might not, but too bad. And they're going to take their ball one day and tell everyone else to go home if they're not in the CFP umbrella. I don't know who's going to be in that, how many teams, but it's coming. It's a super league. It will come because the CFP will be the conduit. It will be the organization. And they'll tell the NCAA, you figure out what you want to figure out, but we're a separate entity. We see this as an NCAA problem, not a CFP issue. Oh, okay. Good to know. I heard that. I'm like, okay. Exactly what I've been thinking. So, no problem with the way the rankings are because it'll all come out in the wash. Go win football games. And the sense of go win football games, which is what I just said in relation to the standings of the first college football playoff. Hey, Washington, you got problems with being 5th? Go win football games. Florida State, sitting there saying, oh, we haven't played anybody? Did you see what we did to LSU? You see what we've done in conference? Go win more football games. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.